Oh my goodness. AB. AB. Shaking my head real bad right now. Okay, guys. What's up? It's your boy Eric, and you're rocking here with another episode of the Amazing Eric Sports Show. I'm going fast because I just want to get that out the way. Okay, you guys know what this is about. This is the post-fight reaction to Adrian Broner versus Mikey Garcia. Wow. I don't even know what I feel. Have you ever had one of those moments you just don't even know what you feel? You just feel almost hollow. That's how I feel right now. I feel hollow. First of all, let's start this off by giving much deserved props and congratulations to Mikey Garcia, Robert Garcia, the whole team. Those brothers went out there. They did exactly what they said they were going to do. They correctly scouted Adrian Broner. They had the totally proper game plan to go against him. And Mikey Garcia came in and he just totally put out and dominated and did exactly what he wanted to do. The scorecards were, I think, 117, 111, one scorecard, 116, 112, two scorecards. I think that was too close. I was looking at it and I feel like if you were trying, you could give Adrian Broner 3 rounds. I gave Adrian Broner 2 rounds. But I feel like if you really were trying, there was a round that you could maybe give him another one. But let's look at the fight. Let's look at the breakdown here. What happened in this fight is one of the rounds I gave Adrian Broner was round 1. I think he came out well in round 1. He was active, he was moving. You know, you could tell that Mikey was trying to get used to his twitchy reflexes and, you know, those type of things. And then somewhere along the way in the second round, he just kind of walks himself to the ropes. He just kind of goes back to the ropes and he covers up and he goes in his shell. And he does what Adrian Broner has done in all of his big fights. He did not let his hands go. He just goes to the ropes and he shells up, and Mikey starts to get comfortable and let his hands go and let his hands go and let his hands go. And Adrian Broner has this bad thing. If you look back, I have a pre-fight thing where I did a whole breakdown. It's like 15 minutes. I did a breakdown. You should go back and look at it of the fight where I gave my opinions of the fight going in, and I spoke about Adrian Broner and his inactivity and how he needs too much time to process in between what he's going to do in the ring. If you throw a few punches at him, it freezes him. He just stops punching, and then he has to reprocess all over again. And there were so many times in this fight when he would try to be offensive, Mikey was on the defense standing a little too far out. And the only times I felt Adrian Broner really did anything effective sometime would be toward the end of the round. It's like 10 to 15, 20 seconds left. He starts trying to throw punches. And here's the thing. When Adrian Broner would actually get on it, it took him almost 8 rounds to start throwing body punches. He actually looked like he was giving Mikey some trouble. He looked like he was bothering Mikey in a few times. But Mikey, being the consummate professional he is, Mikey is from A to Z solid. His stance is solid. He's on balance. His emotions are in check. His jab, his right hand, his uppercut, his hook, everything is very textbook and planned out for Mikey. So what Mikey did is Mikey just stayed busy. And every time Adrian would get a little something to happen, the next person would be Mikey to answer that. So Adrian would get a little something to happen. Mikey would back off. Like the one time he busted his nose at the end of the round. And Mikey broke that nose in the Orlando Salido fight. And he busted his nose started bleeding. It looked like it was bothering Mikey. But Adrian didn't capitalize on it. And then you just see Adrian for the whole fight talking. That ain't nothing. You ain't hitting me. That ain't nothing. You ain't got nothing. Man, whatever, bro. We need you to punch. And I guess I sound like this because I'm disappointed. I wanted to see Adrian Broner do better. And hey, I'm not trying to hate on AB. I don't know what's next for AB. What do you guys think? The bad thing about AB is every time he stepped up to his big fights, this seems to happen. I remember him in the Chris DeMarco fight. You got to go back. You got to be a real boxing head because a lot of us noticed AB after that. But in the Chris DeMarco fight, that was one of his first step-up fights. He was amazing in that fight. But ever since that fight, when he's had these step-up fights, he just always comes up short. And what's bad about this one is we can't even use his conditioning for an excuse. So if we want to give him an excuse, we can't give him an excuse. What's next for Adrian Broner? Is it retirement? Should he keep going? Is he just going to become a gatekeeper? What's next for Mikey Garcia? I want to see Mikey Garcia at 135 against Lomachenko. I want to see him at 140 or even Linares too. But 140, Terrence Crawford. I noticed at the end of the fight, Mikey Garcia did his thing and he actually had a chance to call out Terrence Crawford and Lomachenko, but he said they're going to have to come see me at Showtime, which means probably not Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford. So I was disappointed in that. But props to Mikey Garcia. You deserved it, bro. Amazing Eric show, guys. You guys have a good night. Peace.